Hello, my amazing viewers, and welcome back to another episode on Professor of Pips YouTube channel. And if you are an existing subscriber coming across my video yet again, I say thank you for checking back. And if you are seeing this perhaps for the very first time on your YouTube, I say welcome to you as well. And let me say this from my previous video, I can see that I've been having increments in my number of views, but yet you guys are offending me. Do you know what you guys have been doing for me? You are not subscribing. I'm seeing 40 views, 60 something views on my previous video, and you guys are yet not subscribing. Why? Okay, so now for you to please me, I'm giving you just 5 seconds to click on that subscribe button. It doesn't even going to take much of your megabyte. Nothing. It's not taking nothing. So you subscribing is just a way of appreciating this channel, and you are thereby saying that each time that I'm posting a new content, you will always get value from what I shoot here on YouTube. So I'm giving you just 5 seconds to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you have clicked the subscribe button. Yeah, thank you if you have done so. Mind you, sorry, we are still feeling the atmosphere here in Nigeria. 1 second. Yes, the heat is still eating us. Okay, enough of that. Let's get right into today's video. As you can see, how to manage emotion in trading. This is something that we are going to encounter when we first start out our forex journey. As a beginners trader, intermediate, and even professional traders, we go through emotions in one way or the other. We are human, and of course we are susceptible to emotion when it comes to trading. So for us to manage emotion, what are the things that we need to put in place? What are the things that we need to adhere to for us not to be emotionally overwhelmed by trading? Of course, emotion will come. We are human, just as I've said, we are not robot. It is only robot that doesn't feel emotion, but we have blood flowing in our vein, so definitely we are going to have some kind of emotions. And for us to manage these emotions, so what are the things that you are going to be putting in place? I'm going to be sharing with you 5 rules, or let me say 5 things that you actually need for you to manage or control emotion. Another point that you need to know: emotion can never be eliminated when it comes to trading. It can only be managed. Yeah, you get that? So now let's get to the first tip. Tip number 1 is risk what you can afford to lose. We have been hearing this so many times. Even when we first start out, we hear professional trader telling us beginners trader that we should only risk what we can afford to lose. Now, what that simply means is just to beat down emotions when it comes to trading. If you are risking what you can afford to lose, you will not be emotionally attached too much to that trade, because even before you take that trade, you already have the mindset of taking that loss. So you are risking what you can afford to lose. Not that we have so many people whereby they have millions of dollars in their accounts, and they thereby blown up that account. So then they start saying forex is scam, forex is this, all sort of things. Is because they don't risk what they can afford to lose. They are risking beyond their risk quota. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They are risking beyond what they can even afford to lose. So risk little, or even if that so much money is what you can afford to lose, that is, at the end of the day, if that trade doesn't go the way you have planned, you are still fine. It's not going to have any negative effects on your daily lives or your personal lives. So risking what you can afford to lose is one way to manage emotion. Number 2 is accepting losses. Of course, this is somewhat related to the first tips. Accepting losses is another way that you can use to manage emotion. As a trader, you need to accept losses. You need to understand that in this industry, losses are inevitable. It will always happen. Even the professional forex trader loses money. So we should always have the mindset, we should always take the responsibility of accepting losses. If you don't accept losses, this will lead to revenge trading, and which is going to have a drastic effect on your trading. So accepting losses is another way to manage emotions when it comes to trading. And then tips number 3 is never borrow money to trade. Yes, as this may sound, never borrow money to trade. Now let's say you are broke and you just feel like you don't have any money to trade with, you don't have any money in your trading accounts, and you feel like, okay, you should just lend from someone, and probably maybe you give that person like, okay, in the next 1 month I'm going to return this also amount of money back to you. Now one thing that is going to have on your trading is that it's going to put you under pressure. Is going to put you under pressure. So now let's say you give that person that you lend, your creditor, you give that person a 1 month ultimatum that you are going to refund back the money. Is going to have, you are going to be putting more pressure under your account. Number one, you are not going to wait for your confluences to gel together before you actually take a trade decision, and this is going to really affect your psychology. Just come to think of it, you place your first 2 trades and they all ended up in loss. Your third trade also ended up in losses. So how do you going to cope with that kind of emotion? So never borrow money to trade, or even if at all you are borrowing money to trade, make sure that you are not returning that money as soon as possible. So you want to feel relaxed when trading. And the 4th tips, which is the last tip that I'm sharing with you, is think in percentage. Thinking in percentage is going to really help your emotion. It's going to really help you to manage your emotion when it comes to trading. Now, what I mean by thinking percentage is that you thinking your account, or maybe your drawdown or your level of profitability in percentage. Now, let's say you have a $10,000 account and you are currently down $200 on that account. That is just 2% of that account size. So if you are thinking in percentage, is going to help your emotions. It won't weigh you down. Now let's consider myself as a Nigerian and I'm down $200 on a $10,000 account. If I'm considering that $200 as the exact money, let's say I'm converting it to my own local currency, I will be like, oh, I'm down about some millions of naira, I'm down about a million, I'm over 2 million, I'm down. So this is going to really affect your emotion in trading. But if you think in percentage, you just be like, oh, well, it's fine, I'm just down 2% of my account. So maybe probably your next trade, let's say you are using a risk to reward of 1:2, and your next trade was a winner. Of course, you are going to recover back that losses. So thinking in percentage, and let me just recap the tips that I've shared with you. Number 1 is risking what you can avoid to lose. Number 2 is accepting losses, and number 3 is never borrow money to trade. And the last tip that I shared with you is think in percentage. I believe that you have learned 1 or 2 in this video. Never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. Never let that happen. And I still remain Professor Pips, and until then, I see you on the next one.